Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is Lisa from Torpedo Factory.
Am I starting my video?
Yes,
Oh,
hello,
hi.
welcome.
Hi. Happy
How are
Valentine's
you?
Day. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, well, I want to start this off. I just want to have you introduce yourself to our viewers and give us a little bit about your background.
Hi, my name's Lisa Schumaier. I'm an artist here at the Torpedo Factory Art Center in Alexandria, Virginia. I grew up here in Alexandria, so I used to break into this building when I was a kid and skateboard in here and steal things from inside. I was kind of a little teenage jerk.
And for everyone who is watching who's never heard of Torpedo Factory Art Center before, give us some insights into what Torpedo Factory is.
It actually started as a torpedo factory. It opened right at the end of World War I. So they built it to make torpedoes in World War I, and it opened like the day after Armistice Day. So it wasn't that valuable for the First World War. For the Second World War, it did produce torpedoes. So it was a big working torpedo factory. And then after World War II, it was they closed it down because they didn't need it. They had better places to make weapons and things like that. So then it sat empty for a long time with kids like me breaking in and breaking all the windows off the back dock. It's right on the Potomac. It was very, very industrial back then. The railroad ran right past it so that you could load stuff onto the railroad. So, it was heaven for rotten little kids. We loved it so much. And then in 1974, a group of artists got kicked out of their space, and they thought, you know what, this is a big empty space, and it was too expensive for the city to knock down. It was built to withstand, bomb blasts and things like that. So it's very solid. And they said, we will take over, we'll clean it up, and we'll pay you rent. The city didn't believe them at first, but then they actually started doing that. So, and it's been an art center ever since, by the skin of its teeth, I might add. They're trying to kick us out again right now. So if anybody wants to log on to savethetorpedofactory.com, you can figure out how you can help a little bit to keep art in the Torpedo Factory. It's the first institution, I think, that turned someplace that made weapons into someplace that made art and made love.
And that is really, really beautiful. Talk to me, when did you get into art? You're a rowdy teenager, as you've been saying.
I was always making things from the time I was a little tiny kid, whether it be skateboard ramps or rafts to go out on the Potomac, or, teeny little cute things. I was always making things. So from the time I think my mom saved a sculpture that I made out of rocks and tape when I was 2 years old.
Wow.
And it's kind of weird. It still has this weird hat that I put on things even now. Like, it has a little rock hat. It's strange.
What kind of things usually inspire you when you go about creating something?
A lot of times it's just the materials I'm working with. Many of my things are made of recycled things. So sometimes I'll find a really cool piece of trash and I'll think, how can I incorporate this? I love how old things have already had a life of their own, and they're not useful in the same manner that they were before, but they have a story to tell, and you can kind of take that story and incorporate it into a new story and
Basically,
give it a
like the Torpedo Factory that you're
exactly.
in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm a big sort of
great.
recycler and always have been. My dad worked for the government when we were little, and we didn't have, tons of money, but we thought that we were totally rich because dad would come home from work every day with a big pile of paper that was all printed on one side, because there was no email then, believe it or not. It was all the memos came on a piece of paper, and he couldn't stand to see waste either. He was a farm boy from Illinois, and he's like, what are you throwing all this away? I have 3 daughters who have tons of friends who love to draw. So we thought that we were rich. You can draw all you want, you guys, come on. So he was a huge recycler too. So, and I think that really sort of inspired me to want to use what you have, be happy with what you got, and always strive for more.
And I want you to really get deeper about the challenges that are being faced right now with Torpedo Factory and, you know, keeping the art there and making it stay there as a bastion of art. What are the challenges right now that Torpedo Factory is facing?
Well, the city, I think they would like to remodel the building and make it more vibrant, which unfortunately I think it means make it more commercial. And
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys can see, but let me give you a little spin around my studio. It's just, wait, I'll spin you this way. So it's a real studio. It's like full of stuff in
Mhm.
progress. And it's not, and here are the cement floors. It's not a clean, neat place. And it's not supposed to be a clean, neat place. It's supposed to be a place where we're working and making things. So
Mhm.
me, and I do think our public totally appreciates that, but I think that a bunch of businessmen don't understand. And so they think that it needs to be renovated to the point that, and also it needs to be renovated to the point that they can rent it for commercial rate. We don't pay
Mhm.
commercial rate rent. The building doesn't cost the city any money, but because all our money goes to running it, all the rent money we pay, but it does need some upkeep from the city. It's their building, so they're responsible for the HVAC and the plumbing,
Mhm.
electricity. So it does need some of that, but I don't think it's fine the way it is. You know, when I first got in here when I was a kid, it was full of dead pigeons and rat poop, and there were no walls. And the artists by themselves cleaned it all out with the help of some teenagers who had a lot of energy, cleaned it out and put up the walls and found, you know, stuff to make it a home. It wasn't perfect, and it's not perfect now. And I think that that's fine. So I don't know. We have a road to hoe because I think that a bunch of people see this space as a valuable money maker and don't appreciate
Mhm.
the art that's being made. And you know, every day I have kids, little kids come in and they see that I can make a living as an artist, and that's huge for them and their
Mhm.
families. You know, there's not only one way to make a living, right? And I think that there are a whole bunch of kids that don't succeed at sitting still in class and writing papers, and but they need to see there are other ways that you can totally contribute to society. You can be a
Yeah.
responsible member with your art. And I think, you know, every day when you come home from your office job, you sit down and you watch something amazing on Netflix. Guess who made those? A bunch of
Artist.
artists. So,
Yes.
so I mean,
And talk to me a little bit about how important the place is for the artist community as well, you know?
it's hugely important for the artist community. I mean, it's a wonderful place that you can sort of uh, it's a resource, you know, for, and I hope for everybody in the community. Like if you have, I don't know, if you have an art problem, I'm here for you. You can, you know, you can bring in your project and you need some paper mache, you know, you need a little bit of, what am I trying to say? A consult on that. I can
Mhm.
do that for free. I'm happy to do that. And just in terms of a place to meet and a place to talk about how we can make ourselves better, what shows are coming up, how else we can interact with other parts of the community. We had this amazing show in here that was done by a local theater group and used the whole building. It was about Poe. It was so weird. Like actors took you around the building and like there were creepy scenes set up. So I feel like the place can be used in all sorts of creative ways, but I don't think that these businessmen that are just looking at dollar signs are thinking about that in terms of, you know, they say it needs to be more vibrant and more vital, and it can be, but I think that the people that we have managing it right now are working for the city, so they're tied up. They've got to do what the city tells them to do. And it's a bad situation. So, but I think with community support, we sort of won the first battle. So we really need more people to say arts are important in our lives and this is important, and let's make it better. Let's not kill it.
Yes, certainly. Any upcoming shows or exhibitions the public should be aware of?
Um, let's see, there's a great new show in Target Gallery. We have a little gallery here it's a national gallery.
Mhm.
And I also have done something that I think is fun that I would like to share with you guys. And I think it's now a good time to take
Yeah,
everybody
go
for a
ahead.
walk down the hall. Okay.
Yeah.
then that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn around my screen. I'm going to show you some amazing gum art for a second. Can you guys see that?
Oh, this is gum.
It's gum. And that was done
Of
by
the
visitors.
Last Supper.
Yes, it was all chewed by visitors to the Torpedo Factory. So that's the kind of interactive experience I want people to have here. Not necessarily gum. I don't think we can do that anymore now with COVID, but you know, making people be part of the art, not just looking at art like they can in a museum. There are lots of museums in DC, but you know, here's a paper mache unicorn. Can you guys see that?
Yes. Wow.
There's a creepy sculpture that I made that is that moves.
Oh, wow.
Weird, huh? Oh,
Yes.
here's a 100% recycled piece. Can you guys see her?
Yes, she's great.
This is all from the trash except for her head and hands, which I made out of clay, but all the mirrors came out of the trash.
Yes, wow.
The cabinet, all of that. All right, now we're walking now. Oh, here's Bluey. He's kind of famous around here.
Okay.
All right, now we're walking down the hall. We're closed today, so that's why there's nobody in here.
Okay.
But here are a bunch of the different studios. That's printmakers. And here are a bunch of clay studios.
Okay.
So all these will be open when you guys come to visit. And here is my little goodnight moon room.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Thank you. It has been really popular. Here's the Goodnight Moon's book. I don't know, did you read that when you were little?
I did not. I grew up in Jamaica, so we read other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You had different books there, maybe.
Yeah.
But this is a super popular book. It was published in 1947, but because the woman that ordered the books for the public library in New York had a fight with the author, Margaret Wise Brown, about what children's books should be like. It wasn't in libraries widely until 1974. So I missed it as well in my childhood.
I see. But this looks like such a great realization of it just right here. Wow, that is
come
cool.
to life here with the help of a bunch of artists in the building and myself. It's almost all recycled stuff. The furniture mostly came from Community Forklift. Have you ever been there? It's in Bladensburg. It's so cool. It's all recycled stuff.
That fire effect is really, really astounding.
Isn't it fun?
Yes, it's really fun.
I have a problem with big fireplaces. It's a fan and a disco light bulb and all these things put together.
Oh, wow.
Make it an amazing.
Yes, it makes the fire very inviting.
Inclusive rainbow fire.
Yes.
This is our banned bookshelf, because part of the reason that I felt like we needed this right now is that society just is so messed up, and now people are fighting about whether or not you can read about it. So, you know, banning books left and right. So I made this banned bookshelf. There's a bookshelf in the Goodnight Moon room, and it's just kids' books, I guess, on that bookshelf. But for me, I put all these banned books on it to say that education is really important, that a reading public is important to a government that works, a democracy that works. So it says reading is freedom up here.
Yes, it is. That is really, really important. Wow.
This one, can you guess why that one was banned?
Was it because it was a black and white rabbit?
Yes, it's an interracial rabbit marriage.
Wow.
Jesus.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway.
And I see green eggs and ham. I see To Kill a Mockingbird. I see mouse. Quite a few of them there. Yeah.
Right. And the recently banned. So you want to talk about race. Like, why don't we want people to know the truth?
That's true.
So, true. I don't know. Anyway, so this is my little installation, and it's been incredibly popular. People remember it for like reading it to their kids, or from being a kid and having it read to. So
that is really, really nice. And it really shows that, Yeah, and it really shows the type of work and the type of meaning, that the artists down at Torpedo Factory are really putting into this. This is
Yeah.
really, really, really fabulous. So, I mean, for anyone who's watching who would like to support in any way, who would like to keep up with what's going on, follow, how can they go about and do that?
Well, of course, we have social media
Mhm.
everywhere. If you just Google Torpedo Factory or my name, you can see some of that. If you want to help with supporting ongoing efforts to save the Torpedo Factory, there's a website called www.savethetorpedofactory. And that has links to petitions that you can sign and just keeps you updated about what's going on. So that would be extremely helpful. And just come visit. We would love to see all of you. And if you're an artist yourself, that we're having a real hard time getting the city to do an annual jurying. And I've been talking about that. Like, how are we going to get new, vibrant, young, diverse artists if we're not having an annual jurying that all of us know about so we can share it out? So contact me personally. I would be happy to answer your questions, or I can't answer your questions right now, but I would be happy to pass along. These are some really amazing, cool artists that would love to be a part of this, and they need to know how. So that would be amazing.
Yes, well, we're going to have the links in the description so people can go ahead and check them out straight from here, and provide any type of support, get any information you need, or it's just simply to follow and keep up with whatever is going on at the Torpedo Factory Art Center, because it's really, really important. Lisa, thank you so much for spending
Thank
some time
you
with
so
me
much.
today. It's been so fabulous.
It's been awesome. Thank you for including me and our beautiful little art center. I feel really honored.
Of
Keep up
course, it's
your good
certainly.
work.
Thank you. Thank you. It's certainly our pleasure. And to everyone watching, please follow Team Racing Productions on all forms of social media. Like, comment, and subscribe. Visit the links in the description. And most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.
Bye.